Hi there. We're here today because we all share the same problem, the increasing complexity of modern life. We have more goals, more data, and more administrative overhead than any generation before us. I would like to point you out to this picture. We live in a state of a constant context switching. Our ideas are in a notebook, our health goals are in an app, and our meetings are in an external calendar or maybe just some hallway conversation. None of it is unified. This fragmentation means you spend a lot of energy just managing the system of your life, trying to remember where you put the car title or if you replied to that email instead of actually executing your goals. The result is decision fatigue and a constant low level anxiety that something important is being missed. The feeling that chaos overwhelms. In this video today, I want to walk through a unified system that helps me run my life so that nothing falls through the crack. I'm applying the same system both in my personal and professional life, but I thought if I start from showing you my life operating system, it might be a little easier to relate. This is the agenda of what I'll be going through today. So, how do we stop spending our limited energy managing the mess and start executing? We start by building the container. Number one, organization empowers. Organization empowers us by creating a single source of truth for your entire world. We are not just making checklists, we are building a structured database of you. When every piece of information lives in one place, you instantly eliminate the where should I put this friction. This is the foundation, which is the quiet backbone of the system here on the left side. I'm using a tool called ClickUp, but we can literally use other tools as well. I will walk through all the different elements, but in this section, I want to really start off by highlighting that I'm using this system to document every part of my life. I'm using an illustrative figure called Ethan here for illustrative purposes. The first section I want to put your attention to is the general note section. I only have one section here, but I want to point out that the idea of this general note section is I have a place where I can put random notes, brainstorming, quick idea, where each of these items has a home and they can be linked immediately to a project. Another thing that I want to point out is the document section. Have you ever had to look for your birth certificate, passport, driver license, vehicle registration, and all these other docs but not quite sure where to find them? or spend so much time having to open your storage, or ask your parents, or ask your spouse where these documents are. All of these things here are just one click away. If I want to look at birth certificate, I can easily find it without having to lift a finger. I also interacted with a lot of organizations, whether it's a vendor that I work with, is my previous employer, utilities, or any other non-profit that I might be engaging with. Are you taking public transportation? Are you doing grocery shopping, banking, even subscription like video streaming, music, travel, you name it? We might interact with these organizations multiple times throughout our career and life. Sometimes we might forget, did we do this thing with that organization? I'm not sure, I think so. But I might not quite know if I did or not, unless I spend so much time digging, and I may also never find that information. Because again, that information used to be scattered. We have all the pieces in one place now, but an organized pile is just a static list. The next step is to put a compass on the dashboard. Visibility guides your strategic choice. If you cannot see the finish line, you cannot hit it. Visibility guides your actions by linking the tiniest daily task to the biggest 10-year goal. The system moves you from reacting to today's fire drills to proactively executing your long-term vision. I would like to continue walking through the system. So here is a goal section. You can clearly say the goals that I'm actively pursuing and other goals that I may want to do sometime in the future. In each one of these goals, I can continue to jot down the progress that I am making as I'm going through them. Whether that's running a marathon, buying a house, buying a car, be fluent in Spanish, anything, you name it. As I make progress on all of these things, I can add my notes as they come, put my research findings, the framework I am using to guide my decision, all in one place. I am also able to outline the projects that I'm working on. As I'm building this very system that I'm walking you through, I'm using the same system. I'm building travel tracker, health tracker, book tracker, housing tracker, relationship management tracker. This is the project, and the document on the right side here is exactly what I put here, as you can see there. Expense tracker, income tracker, and other things that are not yet being worked on. But it's all there, so I can always revisit it and make progress at my notes as those thoughts come to mind. I also want to point out that there are things that I do every day or once a month or when they come. What about those birthday greetings to the people you care about? Holiday greetings. Check in on family, friends on special occasions. Are you paying your quarterly tax on time? Having this list and the reminders automatically generated for me keep me organized. I don't have to wonder when do I have to do certain things because I always get the reminder on time. I also am able to put any kind of task that I want to do. I'm in the process of reaching out to some non-profit organizations, so I put it down. And I'm putting my notes down as I have them. I also am building this video so I can first upload my first video on YouTube in building collaboration system. I thought of some ideas for some posts, so I started to jot down here. This is the daily battlefield. It proves that every task, big or small, has a clear owner and a due date. Your life is not a solo endeavor. Whether it's a partner, a mentor, or a project team, you need to share the roadmap. Collaboration thrives when we centralize communication. Collaboration thrives when you eliminate unnecessary friction in shared life. This system acts as a shared whiteboard for joint goals, eliminating unnecessary back and forth with other people that you might be partnering up with. This is where we manage the logistics of the outside world. First, I want to point out the list of people that I interact with and building relationships with. This ensures that high value relationships are treated strategically. I can easily categorize, prioritize, determine the last status of the relationship that I have with who those people are and the context in which I'm engaging with them. Every engagement, I can also continue to add my notes so that I can pick up where we left off. Throughout our relationships, we'll be meeting with these people on different occasions for different purpose. So we will go into the meetings list where I am showing you all the meetings that I've had, when I had it, with whom I was meeting, the agenda, key takeaways, and next steps. I also would have some upcoming meetings and I would know who I'll be meeting and how I should prepare. I also have other list here, such as the different housing apartments I've stayed in. What are some of the notables about these places? And what I'm excited about actually is this travel section. I always like to travel and share with others where I might have traveled to. So in this list, I'm able to outline all the places that I have gone to and also plan ahead the places that I might want to visit with some of the ideas, and I can continue to jot down. And as I invite my travel partners, friends, family to travel along, I can easily share the system with them, and all is in one place. Most importantly, I also have a finance tracker that allows me to see and visualize the expenses last month, this month, and the trend. I can easily see the breakdown of my expenses, what is past due, what is my expense this month, next month. I can visualize in detail the organization that I'm engaging with for those expenses. I can also keep track of the income I'm receiving or have not received, and I should be requesting or checking in on them to make sure that the income continue to come. Budgeting and financial tracking aren't isolated. They are tied to the shared goals of buying a house or funding the next big trip. External execution and shared logistics are only half the story. How do we ensure we are learning from every win and every mistake? We need an internal feedback loop. Reflection sharpens our future. We achieve goals by learning faster than we fail. Reflection sharpens your decisions by making past performance impossible to ignore. It turns history into a powerful feedback loop. I use these reflection notes as a way to continue reflecting on my life, starting from the very simple daily thoughts. As thoughts come into mind, I just continue to jot them down. This is your personal clarity session built into the system, allowing you to process emotion and strategize daily. The gratitude notes allow me to maintain the necessary mental resilience for high stress goals by knowing what are the good things that happen in my life. I want to continue to improve myself, so I also keep note on what I am learning each time. These are some of the books that I want to read, and the book that I have read, that I can always get back to it and refer others as well. There might be times when we feel down, that we don't know about what we have accomplished so far. Keeping a record of the big and small wins we have along the way will keep us motivated. Whenever I have feedback about any product, services, I can continue to list them out here so that I can pursue them and make progress. One of the things that I am doing actively is volunteering. In this example, as an ombudsman, one of the goals is to help residents in a nursing home to bridge the gap between them and the facility. So by keeping track of what's important for them and making sure that they are followed through is key. Ultimately, all this structure serves one purpose: execution. The goal isn't organizations for organization's sake. It's forward movement. Momentum builds when the system works for you. Momentum builds because we have removed the friction. When your next task is clearly defined, fully resourced, and linked to your ultimate purpose, your transition faster from planning to action. This life operating system is the difference between doing tasks and completing your life's greatest goals. It allows you to move seamlessly between high demand areas, from client work to marathon training to deep creative writing, without feeling overwhelmed. Thank you.